Oh, look at how much freaking room we have. Ah, guys, this is really exciting. What's going on, guys? Sorry, enthusiasm. Okay, hear me out, short intro. I'm gonna try something different that I think a lot of you will appreciate. There are a lot of YouTubers that I watch that talk way too freaking much, and I don't care what they have to say. Some of them, like Cletus, he does a really good job of talking, and I really like he's just got a good personality, so I don't mind listening to him. There are others I watch that don't know they're boring and dry, and they do not shut up. I don't know where I fall on that scale, but I know some of you just don't care for me talking at all, which is totally fine. So to try and please both sides, we are going to start working. The whole beginning of the video is going to be me working. And then other than like 10 second increments of me explaining what I did. And then at the end of the video, that's when I'm going to really go into depth of what I did and kind of just think out loud, voice my opinion, ask you guys for advice. So that way, if you're just here to watch me work, or just see progress on the build, this way you could just kind of divide it up a little better and you don't have to skip through the whole intro and try to pick where I start working. It's just gonna be right when the video starts, we're working. And then at the end, once you hear me talk for 5 minutes straight, you know the video for you is over. So we're gonna try that in this video. We're gonna try and get the bug on the MR2 chassis. That's all the talking I'm doing. We're gonna get to work. Bye. It is so freaking close, it's not even funny. So that, okay, so I ended up cutting all of that out. So now, on this side, it's going to, or is touching right there. And it is gonna, or is hung up on that little remaining of the X brace. It's also kind of touching that lip, so I think if I just maybe make a stress cut on the top of that seat mount and then just hammer it in a smidgen, that way we basically keep it and then we can just fold it back down and weld it. That side I think is actually under. This, guys, this hoist, it's dangerous, but as far as this up and down and slow motion goes, it's freaking amazing. So this side, yeah, is actually, we're actually in on this side. We're not down all the way, but we are in. Back there looks, it doesn't look good, but it clears. So I just got to work on that little spot right there. So before I stress cut anything, I mean, realistically, I need to cut the rest of that mount off, and that needs to get cut off. That's super exciting. We are so ridiculously close. Back here is like a freaking glove. Same right there, just barely, and this side might be just barely touching. It is just barely touching. So we might actually be hung up on that as well. So I'm gonna take care of all that and then we should be good to go. check it out. No hoist. That's so redneck of me. Okay, so it is on. Had to trim a little bit out of that corner over there. This I just kind of tapped in because it slid in once I got both sides down. Back clears good. Everything clears like it did when it was 2 halves. And actually, I think it's sitting pretty much like where it needs to sit as far as front to back goes. I'll have to put some oh, we should put fenders on it. I'm gonna put fenders on it. Please hold. Sorry guys, got a little carried away. This is so freaking cool. I'll get out of the car and like, unless I can show you from back here. I don't know if you can. It is so spacious. And my headroom is ridiculous. So if you guys remember when I did this cage wrong, so my view, so this will sit about there. These MR2 seats sit pretty low. This dash is pretty high. So we didn't want to drop the body down because that was going to add a whole nother nightmare. So we were just going to put the seats up just a little bit. And then with that in mind, that caused an issue because this was going to be really close to my head. So this is just really sloppy tacked in here. I just wanted to kind of see how the floor positions have definitely changed. So this, I want to try and get this as close to here as possible. I might trim this out a little more so I can set it kind of in that corner a little bit. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait. Oh no, I can't wait. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind if I'm gonna put higher seats or. So this is eye level. Like the camera is right in front of my eye. So that would be my line of sight. So if this was like 2.5 inches lower, that'd be pretty cool. But I might be able to deal with that. My window view, so this is eye level. So this is, I like this is good. That's just a little high. So if I can find a happy medium between not getting high enough, because right now my head clears this bar by, sorry, I don't know if I'm filming this nice or not, but I have plenty of room there. If I could just get it over to the side a little more, that'd be cool. Let me get out of the car and I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking from a better angle. Oh, the light's attached. Sick. This is my fully adjusted tilt steering wheel. It's very custom. Okay, so what I'd like to do, but I don't know if I have to, that rear bar, if you guys haven't been here for a minute, that rear bar was from a friend for a Honda Civic. Super cheap, gave me a bunch of other metals, so I just thought I'd try it. What I'd like to do is have that bar go all the way up and make 190 instead of that 45 right there. And that would just get that corner over a little bit, and then I could put this bar just up that much further away from my head. Sorry. So I don't really know, but if I could just, the higher I can get this, the better. The further this way I can get it, the better. But I kind of wanted to just tack those in and see how they're gonna sit now, because before it was a mess and I really wasted a lot of time doing it. So as you can see back there to the where that hoop is sitting, it's not on the plate, so I might move it up, I might not. If I can get the if I redo the hoop, then that placement of that plate is good. But I'm not really sure. I just want to tack everything in and kind of see how it worked. Like originally was how into the windshield that bar was. We can get it over just a smidgen, and that should help out a lot. I don't know, guys. This is like, I know if you guys are new, even if you're not new, this looks like a train wreck, and that's because it is. But this is a huge, huge milestone, just getting this thing on. And now hopefully some of you guys can kind of visualize. I think I'll have to actually find the center of those fenders and actually make sure it's where it needs to sit, but it looks pretty good. These fenders are also not perfect, so it might be kind of hard to tell. But I don't know. It's pretty neat. So I'm not going to do the hood until this body is welded on here, because I don't want these to move. I want everything in place before we actually do the hood, just so we know where those are finally sitting. We'll see. I might do it before, but I think the safest bet is to wait till the body is officially where it's gonna sit and tacked in place, and then we can do the hood. The rear I can do as soon as I get that middle piece. I can make the new deck lid. This actually might not, if I don't put a window in here, this actually might be kind of easy to work on. Definitely would like to get rid of all the wiring I don't need and get rid of all the crap back here with the body off, just so we can clean it up really nice. But once the motor's in, I mean, as far as like oil changes, spark plugs, I mean, really, even if this is all cleaned up, really even dropping the motor. We got motor mount. I'm assuming there's a motor mount on the back, motor mount on the side. So that actually might be really nice to work on. So I would think one of the biggest next steps is to find a swap. This is getting a little bit ahead of myself, but seeing how much room, so we're gonna have, pretend those are straight, from there to here. I mean, that's from there to there, it's probably a solid 1.5 feet at least. We're gonna have all this room right here for nothing, basically. So either we can do, or we could do both technically. So K-series on this setup, the exhaust is gonna be back here, right? So we could bring the exhaust over here, do a single turbo right here, and then intercooler over here, or we could keep the turbo up in the engine and this whole thing could be an intercooler. I don't know, I mean, look at how much freaking room we have. Guys, this is really exciting. I haven't been this excited about this project for a while. Seeing it actually come together is really, really neat. Okay guys, so overall, I'm kind of at a standstill. There is so much little stuff that needs to be done, and there's not necessarily one in front of the other. So there's metal everywhere that needs to be stitch welded, because we cut, it was like layers of metal that we cut, so we got to stitch weld those back together. There are places that need plates on the front, on the back. I got to rebuild the engine bay firewall area. We got to build the dash. Not build the dash, but we got to kind of build the dash back up, like in that area. Got to clean up the wiring, got to find a swap. There's a lot to do, and my head is just kind of like looking at everything. I'm all over the place. So if you guys could do me a huge favor, on top of already leaving your awesome comments, let me know, like, what would you guys do? What's the next step you guys would take? Because literally my mind is just... So I've been like, there was probably a solid hour and a half of today that I just wasted because I was just looking at it thinking like, what do I do next? And then I was like, I'm just gonna tack the roll bar in and get some creative juices flowing. So that's where I'm gonna end this, because I really don't know. I don't know where to start. I just, you know, this was a cool milestone and I'm pumped, and now I'm just kind of, I just need to take a step back. I really need your guys' opinions, because I'm at a total loss. I have no idea what to do next. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully that was a decent enough video. I feel like the work part was kind of short, but it is what it is, I guess. Thanks for watching. Let me know. I keep repeating myself. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm pumped. We'll see you later.